And welcome on into the E-Tail Game of the Week. We've got a doubleheader for you this week here in the city of Gonzales as we are out at Municipal Park Field number 4. First off, we're going to have a 10 and under slow pitch game between Athletic Center and Zapps. That'll be followed this week by a 13 and under slow pitch game between A&M Heating and Snow Mountain. Hello, everybody. Lyle Boudreau coming your way today in our doubleheader. And we are ready, and our first pitch of the ball game could have been fair caught as a punt. It's going to come up a little bit short. Jolie Daigle is going to be the leadoff batter. There's Jolie. Celeste and Gary are her parents as she starts things off here this afternoon in our doubleheader on the E-Tail Game of the Week, and the count now 1-1. Well, for the most part this summer, we have had coaches pitch and machine pitch. Softball and baseball. This is going to be the first time that we're going to actually have the players pitching. And a nice swing by Jolie, fouling it off. So we are just underway. This game is going to go an hour and 10 minutes or 6 innings, whichever comes first. And a ground ball back to the mound. Nice job fielding and a nice underhand flip. That's by Cameron Delmore. Cameron makes a real nice play, and that's out number 1. Jolie hit the ball hard, but she's going to be retired for the first out of the ball game. So we are underway. Batter now is going to be Allison Williams. As we take a look at Cameron, now this is Allison. BJ and Jody are Allison's parents, and she's going to pop one up. And how about that by Cameron? Cameron comes and makes the catch. And we got very quickly 2 are out here in the top of the first inning. So with 2 away, the batter now is going to be Kyra Sorensen. Cameron doing a good job so far pitching in the circle for Zapps. And this is Kyra, Mark Sorensen, and Jade Gotro, her parents. A little bit older age group. Kyra is an 11-year-old. She goes to Santamon Middle, where she will be entering the 6th grade. Enjoys softball, reading, 4-H sports, also in the Beta Club, and spending time with her family. This young lady, Kyra, enjoys mashed potatoes and crawfish. She'll try to get something going for the Athletic Center now as they bat here in the top of the first inning, and there's 2 away. 2 nice plays by Cameron Delmore, the pitcher for Zapps. There's a look at Cameron, 10 years old, goes to Dutchtown Middle. So we have 2 up and 2 down for Athletic Center here in the top of the first. First game, Athletic Center and Zapp. Second game will be A&M Heating and Air and Snow Mountain. So we've got a 10 and under game as well as a 13 and under game, the doubleheader this week on our E-Tail Game of the Week. And let's see if Cameron can make all 3 putouts, and she does. Cameron Delmore catches it. 2 pop-ups and a ground out for Cameron, and Zapps 3 up and 3 down on Athletic Center in the top of the first. So let's take a look now at the rosters for both these teams. This is the Gonzales Lassie League 10 and under slow pitch league. Here's your look at Athletic Center. Jolie, Anna, Kyra, Hannah, Emery, VV, Ashley, River, Macy, Peyton, Allison, Madison, Zaire, and Catherine. And here is your roster for Zapps. Toby, Cameron Delmore, she's the young lady that's in the circle pitching for Zapps. Kalaya, Anaya, Bailey, Macy, Chloe, Kylie, Naya, Laura, Chelsea, and Nadia. Coaches for Zapps, they're coming to bat. Head coach is Paul Lesh. Assistant coaches are Darrell Babin, Chris Johnson, and Richard Bursajay. Meanwhile, the head coach for the Athletic Center team is Mark Sorensen. His assistants are Gary Daigle, Troy West, Dave Flynn, and Patrick Frazier. And as we always do, thanks to the coaches for providing us with some information on their team so that we can pass it along to you, the viewers, as the E-Tail Game of the Week out here at the Gonzales Municipal Park Complex, field number 3. So Kyra Sorensen is going to be doing the pitching. for Athletic Center. Leading it off, it's going to be Macy Holmes. And a nice rip by Macy on the first pitch. Parents are Melanie and Darrell. Macy attends Oak Grove Primary, where she is going to be a 5th grader now. Macy's 9 years old. She enjoys cheering and softball. And Macy fouls this pitch back, and her favorite food is steak. So Macy Holmes leading it off in the first inning for Zapps. Kyra Sorensen doing the pitching. Lyle Boudreaux coming your way today here from field number 4. Easton Roth has the day off. Enjoying some well-deserved vacation time this week. And the count now 2-2. We'll be taking a look at the league rules in the middle of next inning. But these are 6-inning ball games. They do have a 4-run rule limit. And the count now 3-2. 2 umpires work these games in the 10 and under age group, also the 13 and under age group. And we got our first walk of the summer in the coach's pitch and machine pitches, which is what we've been having so far this summer. There's a pitch limit, no such thing as a walk. Batter here now is going to be Nia Bridgewater. Nisha and Darrell are Nia's parents. She's homeschooled, going to the 5th grade, where she's a 9-year-old. Let's see if they can get, boy, I tell you what, Nia got down that line in a hurry. And runners are going to be at first and third. Make that second and third, because going to second is going to be Nia. And Nia, boy, she hit a ground ball to second base, and before they could get her at first, she was already safe. And just like that, runners are at first and second for Zapps. So here's Kalia Whittaker. Lucretia and Alfred are her parents. And a line drive speared. Oh, what a nice play. And I believe a run is going to score, as Macy will alertly come in and score. But what a nice catch. 1 run in, 1 away. The batter now is Toby Lesh. Toby's parents, Christy and Paul. She's headed to the 5th grade. She's a 9-year-old. She goes to Santa Maria Primary, and she smokes one in the left field for a hit. And that's going to send in a runner. Nia's going to score. And Toby's going to advance a base. She's going to keep on going to third. 2 runs are going to score now in this inning, and Toby's going to end up at third. That line drive that was caught a moment ago was by Jolie Daigle for Athletic Center. That ball that Kalia hit. So a runner at third now with only 1 out in the inning. Here's Cameron Delmore, who does the pitching. Cameron goes to Dutchtown Middle School. She's 10 years old, and she's going to be in the 6th grade. Cameron pops it up. Oh, what a grab right in front of us by Allison Williams. Allison made one heck of a grab. Didn't let the fence interfere with her concentration. Makes the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. So Cameron's going to end up fouling out. This is Bailey Kitchens. Bailey's parents, Jill and Ian. So Bailey goes to Dutchtown Middle School. She's a 6th grader now. Bailey is 10 years old. She enjoys softball and dance. Has a dog, Roxy, and a cat, Amber. She's batting here in the first inning. 2 teammates have scored. She's also got a teammate, Toby, down at third base. Over the pitcher. Going to be a real tough play, and it's 3-0. So Bailey with a hit. Once that ball got over The pitcher in the circle, Kyra. Going to be a tough play, and hustling down was Bailey. This is Kylie DePlessis now. Kylie pops this one up off the pitcher's glove. The runners are going to be at first and second. Nice try by Kyra, the pitcher. That ball was pretty much hit in a triangle where 3 players tried to grab it. Here's Nadia Hoover. Pops it up. Going to be a foul ball. Nadia's mom, Andrea. She goes to Prairieville Middle, and she hits a high, towering pop-up. Another runner's going to score, and that's going to be the 4th run of the inning as Bailey crosses home plate. And that'll do it as Zapp's is going to score their 4-run limit. We're through 1. Zapp's on top of Athletic Center. 10 and under softball from the city of Gonzales on the ETEL Game of the Week.
I have been searching for you, Mr. Ward.
Thousands of years ago, an alliance was formed to protect the world from the forces of darkness.
You are the 7th son of the 7th son.
It says here that there are 1,000.
We are all that's left.
The world of man shall fall.
Seventh Son. Now on demand and on Blu-ray and DVD May 26th.
Well, an interesting first inning in our 10 and under slow pitch softball game out here in the Gonzales Municipal Park Complex, right off of Burnside. First pitch, first batter. This is Zaire. And Zaire's Wade is going to reach base safely. And that's going to be a good start to the second inning for Athletic Center. Well, Zapp's ended up scoring 4 runs in their half of the bottom of the first. 4-run rule limit each half inning. Here's Peyton Flynn. She hits the first pitch. And oh, what a grab by Cameron. Got a chance for the double play. And now they're going to get it. Zaire took off running. Boy, Cameron is being a force on that mound catching the pop-ups. And just like that, there are 2 quick outs for Athletic Center. And this is going to be Catherine Guidry. So Catherine ready to go. Cameron Delmore does the pitching. Rolled over to third base. Going to be a long throw across the diamond. Catherine's going to take off for second base. And there's Catherine Guidry pulling in the second base. So a nice job by Catherine to extend the inning. Well, I tell you what, these girls are coming up swinging. Here is River Boatlinghouse. River's parents, Donnie and Marcy. River bats with 2 outs in the inning. She's a 5th grader, goes to the Math, Science, and Art Academy of Iberville. She's 10 years old. She enjoys softball and watching LSU softball. Has 3 dogs and 3 birds as pets. And River ahead in the count now at 2-0. So this is Athletic Center and Zapp's, a 10 and under game here in the Gonzales Lassie League program. Back end of our doubleheader will be a 13 and under game. It's going to be A&M Heating and Air going against Snow Mountain. 2 outs in this inning and a 3-0 count now on River. Catherine Guidry, the base runner, down at second base. Okay, moving along quickly. This 10-year-old age group, first time that they look at live pitching. River's going to draw a 4-pitch walk, so 2 runners are going to be on base. This is going to be Maddie West now. Maddie's parents are Christy and Troy. And that's 5 in a row now that the balls for Cameron. Maddie goes to Dutchtown Primary. She's headed to the 4th grade. She's 9 years old. Enjoys softball, soccer, swimming, and reading. Maddie has 2 teammates on with 2 outs in the inning. And takes a nice swing and fouls this one off. Maddie's also got a dog named Molly. She likes steak as well as mac and cheese. Maddie West batting right now for Athletic Center. Zapp's put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 1st inning. Ooh, nice swing by Maddie. Trying to drive home a couple of teammates who are on base. Cameron Delmore has been pretty active in the circle for Zapps. He's caught a few pop-ups already in this game as we're still early, playing only in the 2nd inning. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, so 2nd inning in a row that Athletic Center unable to score. Let's take a look now at the playing rules for this age group. This is the 10 and under slow pitch. A little bit different rules from the 10s to the 13s, which we'll see next game. But for the 10s, games go 6 innings or 70 minutes. They do have the 4-run rule per inning limit, which we've already seen in the bottom of the 1st inning for Zaps. Pitching distance is 40 feet. The bases are 60 feet. And all players that are present at the game are in the batting order. And the at-bats are slow pitch regulation. So that's a look at what some of the rules that they play by here in the 10 and under slow pitch softball league. There are 4 teams in this age group. The next age group up, the 13-year-olds, they have 5 teams, and they're ready to go already, as this is going to be Chelsea McClay batting. Felicia and Barry are Chelsea's parents. Chelsea attends Prairieville Middle. She's going to the 6th grade. She's a 10-year-old. And she pops this one up. And it's going to roll foul. How about that? Ball rolled foul after a nice effort by River to try to catch it. She didn't touch it, and it ended up rolling foul. So Chelsea has another chance. She enjoys cheering in softball. We'll take a nice swing at that high pitch. Zapp scored the limit, 4 runs in the bottom of the 1st. Good matchup today between Zapps and Athletic Center in this 10 and under league. And we have our 1st out of the 2nd inning. Game has been moving along at a pretty good clip so far here. Batter now is going to be Chloe Duplessis. Chloe's parents are Lindsay and Chad. Chloe goes to Lake Elementary. She's going to the 5th grade. This young lady is a 10-year-old. Enjoys gymnastics and softball. And Chloe's got a dog named Chachi, and she likes fried fish. So Chloe trying to get something going with 1 out here in the 2nd inning. Games we have been having so far this summer, it's either been the coaches pitching or a machine pitch. And another base runner for Zapps as Chloe is going to take off. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk. And this is going to bring up Laura Montalaro. Laura bats with 1 out and a teammate on at first. Her parents are Chastity and Lucas. Laura has advanced now to the 5th grade at Central Primary. I think they're going to bring let's see what they're going to do. I think they're going to bring Chloe back to the plate because I think she might have only had 3 balls on her. So Chloe comes back. And now that's ball 4. So Chloe does go to first. And Laura is going to come to the plate. Laura likes softball and swimming. Has a dog named Buddy. And Laura likes eating salads. 1 on, 1 out. We're in the second. Moving a little bit up in the age groups now, as we've had mostly the 6 and unders as well as the 7-year-old boys and 8-year-old girls here in the city and also in the parish. We'll be having some parish 10-year-old and 12-year-old softball coming up in the weeks ahead on the E-Tail game of the week. Kyra Sorensen is doing the pitching in the circle for Athletic Center. This is Laura at the plate. And that's going to be back-to-back walks. And I believe this is going to be Macy Holmes is going to be back up. Macy started it off for Zapp's last inning with a walk, scored the game's first run. Pops it up in the infield. Going to be a tough play, though. Got the out with the runner being tagged going to second, but coming in alertly to score is Chloe. Boy, Chloe did not hesitate rounding third base. She scores. Laura is tagged. Macy is safe at first. But there is now 2 outs. And Naira Bridgewater is now the batter. We're going to bring Chloe back to third, apparently.
Maddie, she came to you last time. Heads
So
up,
apparently the ball was dead before Chloe could score. Here is Naira Bridgewater. Fouls it off. Nisha and Darrell are her parents. Naya has a dog named Rosebud, a couple of guinea pigs, Christian and Faith. How about that for some pets? Chloe will come in and score. And advancing to second base is going to be Macy on a hit by Naya. So Chloe will score the first run of the inning for Zapps. They now go up 5-0. And this is Kalia Whitaker. Kalia goes to Gonzales Middle School. She's one of the 11-year-olds, one of the older girls. Kalia's going to the 6th grade. And this ball looks like it's going to stay fair, and it does, and the bases are loaded. Ball only went about 15 feet up the line, but that's all they needed as Macy goes to third, Naya goes to second. And Kalia now takes over at first. So here we go with Toby Lesh, who had a real nice bat and a hit her first time up. First pitch to Toby. Boy, she hits this ball hard to shortstop. And the race to second base is just in time to get the big out and shut it down after Zapps only scores 1 run. Well, we are now through 10 under. Slow pitch softball here in the city of Gonzales. Zapps leads 5-0 on the E-Tail game of the week.
Watch ESPN brings you 24/7 live streaming access to all of your favorite ESPN networks. Watch anytime, anywhere on your smartphone, tablet, computer, or TV. Watch ESPN has your favorite studio shows, plus thousands of live events from across the country and around the globe.
ESPN, serving sports fans everywhere.
Well, we're going to move on now to inning number 3. Lyle Boudreau back with you on our E-Tail game of the week. We are in the Gonzales Municipal Park Complex on field number 4. It's the complex right off of Burnside, and it's the field all the way in the back. Go past the tennis courts and just keep on heading down the one road that leads into this park. And we're in the back for the 10 and under softball game to be followed by a 13 and under as we take a look at these two age groups for the first time this summer. And we got Emery Barrelou is going to lead it off. Emily's parents are Jennifer and Rob. And she hits the first pitch. Back to Cameron Delmore. And Cameron decided to try to race Emery to first base and won the race and tagged her out for the first out. So Emery made good contact. Boy, Cameron has done a nice job playing in the circle. This is going to be Ashley Crum. And Ashley takes a nice swing. Shannon and Doug, Ashley's parents. She goes to DePlessis Primary. She's going to the 5th grade. Ashley is 10 years old, enjoys softball and swimming. She's got a brother, Wyatt. Ashley takes another good cut. She's got pets named Blue, Duke, and Charlie. So Ashley Crum bats here in the 3rd. This game is going to be a 6-inning game on our 10-minute time limit. Moving along at a pretty good pace here so far. And for Athletic Center now, they've got 2 outs in the inning. And with those 2 outs, the batter now will be Anna Frazier. So here's Anna trying to get a little 2-out rally going for Athletic Center. And hits it, knocked down, and boy, look at the job by Cameron Delmore again. Boy, she is difficult to get the ball by as she has played nice defense in the circle for Zapp. So for Athletic Center, they're done 1, 2, 3 in the Athletic Center in the 3rd. Let's take a look at the 10 and under. As we were talking about, there are 4 teams in this age group. Athletic Center, which we're watching here today, head coach is Mark Sorensen. Sharon Hebert is coached by Haley Lanou. Summit Electric, April Lucas is the head coach of that team. And we're watching Zapps as they lead in this ball game 5-0. Their head coach is Paul Lesh. So that's the 4 teams and the head coaches we want to recognize in this 10 and under slow pitch softball league here in the Gonzales Lassie League. So we're watching half the field in the 10 and under league. And Zapp so far has looked pretty impressive as they have jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Boy, Zapps has been all about Cameron Delmore in the circle. She has fielded her position extremely well. And speaking of Cameron, look who's at the plate. Pitcher's going to lead it off for Zapps. Well, Cameron was already taken off down that first base line. Cameron goes to Dutchtown Middle. She's 10 years old, going to the 6th grade. She likes basketball and softball. Got a dog named Kylie, and Cameron's favorite food is cabbage. Pops this one up. Oh, what a nice play by Jolie Daigle. Jolie kind of wobbled a little bit, but she got the job done, caught it for the first out of the inning. Nice job by Jolie Daigle. Batter now is going to be Bailey Kitchens. Bailey also goes to Dutchtown Middle. Bailey pops this one up to 3rd, and look at that. Nothing to it. Nice catch. 2 quick outs in the inning. So 2 pop-ups, 2 outs in the inning. Here's Kylie DePlessis. Kylie takes a nice swing. Jennifer and Jesse are her parents. Kylie goes to DePlessis Primary. She's going to the 5th grade. Most of these girls headed to the 5th grade. Kylie's a 10-year-old, favorite food pizza. She enjoys playing softball. Couple of pop-ups in the inning. Zapps has had a lot of traffic on the bases, but not this inning. Doing the pitching is Kyra Sorensen for Athletic Center. Got to tip your cap to both these young ladies. Kyra for Athletic Center and Cameron for Zapps. They've done a real nice job. Little foul ball's going to end up going twisted to the right side. Well, looks like Kylie might have got that off of her right hand. I believe she'll end up being okay. Six-inning ball game we've got here today. These games being played on a Saturday, as of course we all know here in South Louisiana the weather hasn't been kind with the rains. Well, they are playing games all over up and down in this ballpark. Fields 1, 2, 3, and 4 are busy. Little roller out in front of the plate. Going to be a long throw to first, and it will not be in time. Nice job by Kylie. After getting hit on the hand when she swung at that last pitch, ends up getting a hit. Well, I think now they're going to call it a foul ball. Base umpire and the plate umpire are going to talk about it. And I believe they end up calling it a foul ball. Well, they're going to keep the runner at first. So safe at first will be Kylie. And the batter will be Nadia. So Nadia will be the batter. Mom is Andrea. She goes to Prairieville Middle School. She's 11 years old. 2 pop-ups to start the inning. Ooh, this ball hit high and carrying and caught. Oh, what a grab in the outfield. What a nice catch for the third out of the inning. We're going to try and see what's the number on that player. I believe it was number 13, which would be Zaire Wade. She made a heck of a catch as we're now through 3. As Zapps is on top 5-0. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week.
Hi folks, Joe Johnson with North American Automotive Group. 2 locations to serve you in the Gonzales area. Get pre-approved, brcarcredit.com. Come by and see us. Over 150 units in inventory. Cars, trucks, Nissans, Cadillacs, Chevrolets, Fords, you name it, we got it.
Jack Jackson here. Go to brcarcredit.com. If you want a fast approval, go to brcarcredit.com. No credit, bad credit, no problem. Go to brcarcredit.com. And remember, we make it easy.
And as we come back to action, a lot going on for Athletic Center. As the leadoff batter is going to end up going all the way to third base. So got back to action just a little bit early. And some good action for Athletic Center. As that's going to be Vivi Johnson with her first bat of the day. And she makes it all the way to third base. So nice job hustling by Vivi. Here is Hannah McQuitty. Hannah's going to be the batter with a runner down at third base. Boy, a couple of nice defensive plays by Athletic Center in the bottom of the third. As we look at Cameron Delmore. And a nice swing by Hannah. So we have 1 out in the inning. batter is Macy Hebert. There's Macy. Luana and Shawanda, Macy's parents. Macy goes to Sorrento Primary. Runner at third. There is one out in the inning. And that'll be a foul ball Macy hits. Macy likes softball and dance. She also enjoys pizza. So Macy Hebert batting. V.V. Johnson, the runner at third base. But we've seen some nice defense in this ball game. We're playing here in the top of the fourth inning. And there's now 2 outs in the inning. And with the 2 outs, we're going to go back to the top of the order and Jolie Daigle. So here's Jolie. Celeste and Gary are her parents. Nice swing by Jolie. She goes to Pecan Grove Primary. Jolie's headed to the 5th grade. She's 10 years old. She enjoys reading, softball, soccer, and she's a 4.0 student. Got a dog named Max, and she likes to go eat at Casa Maria. Jolie Daigle trying to drive home a teammate with their first run of the ball game. Long throw across the diamond, and look at Jolie's speed, beats it out, and with that, Vivi comes in to score. And the Athletic Center crowd likes that as their team just scored their first run of the day. This is going to now bring up Allison Williams. And Allison's got a base hit. Jolie is going to run for a while. They're going to keep Jolie going as Allison's going to head to third. And how about that 2-out rally for Athletic Center? So Jolie with a hit, now Allison with a triple. Well, you can hear the Athletic Center crowd in the background there enjoying this. This is going to now bring up Kyra Sorensen. Her dad, the head coach, Mark, mom, Jade Gautreaux. She goes to Santamon Middle, and she hits a foul ball right at me. As that's a foul ball. Kyra enjoys softball, reading 4-H sports, Beta Club, spending time with her family. She also likes mashed potatoes and crawfish. So Kyra Sorensen. Two runs have scored in the inning. We got ourselves a good ball game here. 5-2. Zapp scored 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning, but Athletic Center has hung tough. Kyra Sorensen batting, Cameron Delmore the pitcher. V.V. Johnson led off by reaching base. She came around to score the first run. Jolie Daigle has also scored a run in this inning. Kyra is going to try to keep the line moving here in the fourth. And does a good job, does Kyra. She's going to take off and go to first base. And here comes the young lady that made the nice grab in left field on the final out of the bottom of the third. Here is Zaire Wade. Well, Zaire made a nice grab on a ball hit well to left field. So Zaire tries to keep things going, takes a nice swing. But there's Cameron again. Cameron tries to play with the runner at third base, but a nice job by Allison to distract her. And everybody is safe. Allison stays at third, Kyra goes to second, and Zaire is now safe at first. And this is going to bring up Peyton Flynn. Peyton hits the first pitch. Underhand toss to first, and a big out as Athletic Center is going to leave the bases loaded as we're going to now move on to the bottom of the fourth inning. So Good inning for Athletic Center. They do end up scoring 2 runs. I want to remind you that throughout the summer, you can check in at etel.com to find out when your favorite summer team is going to be playing. Just go to etel.com, scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on the Game of the Week logo, and it will bring up what our schedule looks like for the summer, because you'll be able to keep track of the games that way. Just like we do each summer, we've got city softball, parish baseball, parish or city baseball, city all-star baseball. A little bit of everything, starting at 3, 4, 5-year-olds all the way up to 16-year-olds throughout the summer here on our ETEL Games of the Week. This week we're on field number 4 in the Gonzales Municipal Park Complex off of Burnside Avenue. Our game right now is a 10 and under game between Athletic Center and Zapp's. 13-year-old game will follow between Snow Mountain and A&M Heating. Air and Heating, I should say. So leading it off for Zapp's here will be Chelsea McClay. Felicia and Barry are Chelsea's parents. Chelsea attends Prairieville Middle. 10 years old, heading to the 6th grade. Toward third, long throw across, and nice hustle. Making it safely will be Chelsea. So with Chelsea at first, this brings up Chloe DuPlessis. Nice comeback inning by Athletic Center, the top half of this inning. Chloe goes to Lake Elementary, now going to the 5th grade. 10-year-old. Kyra Sorensen doing the pitching for Athletic Center. There's Chloe at the plate. Her teammate Chelsea, the runner at first base. And Chloe just got a piece of it to stay alive. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That pitch was a little high and deep. And we got our first out of the inning. And this will bring up Laura Montalero. So Laura goes to Central Primary. She's 10 years old, now in the 5th grade. Laura likes softball and swimming. Going to try and move her teammate Chelsea along here in the 4th inning. Snow Mountain A&M Heating and Air game will follow. This is our first game now of the summer where we've got the players pitching. We've been having coaches pitch and machine pitch so far this summer, but we're moving up in age this week. We'll also have some older parish games coming up in the next few weeks, the 10s and 12s. Here's Laura, the batter. Kyra, the pitcher. And Laura just got hit by the pitch. Chelsea McClay is the base runner at first. There's Laura. Macy Holmes is the on-deck batter. Games go 6 innings or 70 minutes. Game has moved along at a fairly good pace. And this ball is going to be a foul ball. All of that action won't count because it was a foul ball, and the count's going to go to 3-2. This is makeup day out here at Gonzales Municipal Park as they are playing games on all 4 fields. I'm sure the tennis courts are probably filled up as well here in this Municipal Park Complex in Gonzales. And we got a walk, and we got 2 runners on now. Chelsea's going to head to second base and Laura to first base. And the top of the order is up, and they have done good job, good work for Zapp so far today. Here's Macy Holmes. Macy's parents, Melanie and Darrell. Rolls it toward first, going to race to the bag, and the out is made. Now a race to the plate, and Chelsea's going to win that. Nice job by Catherine at first base to get the out. Now another run is going to score, so 2 runs are going to score. Chelsea scores and Laura scores. But Macy will be out on a nice play by Catherine, and it's now 7-2. Nia Bridgewater, the batter. Oh, nice play by Kyra, the pitcher. Throw it to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. So 2-run score. Otherwise, some nice defense again by Athletic Center. We're through 4 now. Zapp's lead 7-2 on the ETEL Game of the Week.
Now on demand.
Our lives are not fully lived if we're not willing to die for those we love. There's our girl. And for what we believe. Mr. President, people are dying.
You got one big issue, I got 101.
Selma's the place.
This is the next great battle.
They're trying to get inside your head.
What happens when a man says enough is enough?
Selma, rated PG-13. Order now on demand.
And on to the 5th we go. Here is Catherine Guidry leading it off. So Catherine, the first batter, as Athletic Center tries to work on their comeback.
This one's not here yet.
And that ball hit hard, and that is going to be a fair ball, and Catherine's going to take off running and run for a while. They're going to keep on waving her toward third, and she is going to make it. Catherine Guidry, who made a nice play at first base a moment ago. So Catherine all the way to third, enjoys softball singing, has an older sister, Kaislyn, and Catherine wants to be a teacher. And she just got a big hit to start things off, going all the way to third. Here is River Boltinghouse. River's parents, Donnie and Marcy. River, a big fan of watching LSU softball, playing softball. Has quite a few pets, 3 dogs and 3 birds. River bats here in inning number 5. This game is scheduled to go 6 innings or 70 minutes. Looks like we should be able to get our 6 innings in. Nobody out with Catherine down at third. 4 teams in this 10 and under age group: Athletic Center, Sharon Hebert, Summit Electric, and Zapp's. We're watching Athletic Center and Zapp's in our ball game here today in the 10-year-olds. 13-year-olds will follow, and Rivers going to take off and head down to first base. So Catherine's at third and Rivers at first. And this is going to bring up Maddie West. Maddie goes to Dutchtown Primary, 9 years old, in the 4th grade now. So Maddie tries to put it in play and puts one in play to left field, and that's going to go and roll for a while. Catherine's going to score. River is going to try to go to third and make it. Double for Maddie. Well, this Athletic Center crowd has been boisterous behind us in this ball game. And it's now a 7-3 game. Emery Baraloo is going to be up now. Emery's parents, Jennifer and Rob. Timeout's going to be called now as a meeting on the mound for Zapps. But a nice job by Athletics Center. They've been playing catch-up since that first inning. Meeting in the circle now for Zapps. But a lot of credit for Athletics Center. Boy, they haven't given up at all. Their enthusiasm has been there, even though they fell behind 4-0 after one inning. They got a chance here. First three batters have reached. One has scored. So here's Emery. First pitch, a ball. Been real impressed with these pitchers today. Zapp's pitcher, Cameron Delmore, has made a lot of plays in the circle. Kyra Sorensen has made plays as well for Athletics Center. They have done a nice job. On deck, it's going to be Ashley Crum. But right now, it's Emery Baraloo. And I believe that's going to move the count to 2-1. Sun shining brightly out here at field number 4, Gonzales Municipal Park Complex. This ball hit hard in the left field. Another run's going to score. Now we might have a play at the plate. Nope, runner's going to go back to third. Rally continues. River scores. Maddie started to head home, went back to third. Emery with a big hit. So Ashley's now the batter. Ashley has a brother, Wyatt. Goes to DePlessis Primary. She's 10 years old. Ashley's going to be a 5th grader in August. She enjoys softball and swimming. Has pets Blue, Duke, and Charlie. Nice swing by Ashley. 4-run limit, so the runners at second and third are last chance for Athletics Center to try and score some runs and make this a 1-run ball game. And we now have one out in the inning. A&M Heating and Air and Snow Mountain, a 13-year-old game, is going to come up next as the second half of our doubleheader here on the ETEL Game of the Week. Here's Anna Frazier. Anna hits this one foul. She'll come back to the plate. Anna's parents are Melissa and Patrick. She goes to Oak Grove Primary. Enjoys softball, running, and reading. Anna's got her brother Peyton, and she likes barbecue ribs and pizza. Anna's 9 years old and in the 4th grade. And took a nice swing there. Anna has teammates Maddie at third and Emery down at second base. We're in the 5th. ETEL Game of the Week out in the city of Gonzales this week. Ooh, nice swing by Anna. And this will now bring up Vivi Johnson. So Vivi heads to the plate. Vivi's parents are Vita and Calvin. Vivi goes to Prairieville Middle. She's a 6th grader, 10 years old. Has a little sister, Kalia. And Vivi loves to motivate others. Right now, she'd like to drive in her teammates at second and third. Vivi got a big hit to start the 3rd inning and scored the first run of the game for Athletics Center. They've since scored 3 more. Here's Vivi Johnson at the plate. Gets by the pitcher. 1 run will score. So Maddie scores. Emery stays at second. Second good at bat for VV. And this will now bring up Hannah McQuitty. Hannah's parents are Ashley and Colin. She has a brother, Parker. She has also a couple of dogs, Sadie and Gracie. And Hannah attends Dutchtown Primary, one of the younger girls. She's only 9, going to be going to the 4th grade. Hannah bats with 2 outs in the inning. Another nice swing by Hannah. Teams arriving now for our next game, which will be A&M Heating and Air and Snow Mountain. 2-run ball game here. One more run for Athletic Center will give them their limit in the inning. This ball is going to be foul as Hannah will come back. But a good competitive ball game between these two teams. 2 of the 4 teams in the 10 and under age group. Seen some nice pitching. Very few walks in this ball game. See if they can make the play, and they do. Nice underhand flip by Kalia. Over to Toby at first base, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And we're going to go now to the bottom of the 5th. And the score 7-5 now. Zapps is on top. We'll take a look at some of the board of directors. And that board includes the league president, of course, Chuck Bro. I don't know if we get a chance to talk to Chuck, but he is working today. See some of the other people that are involved. The 10 under league rep is Christy Lesh. Want to thank her for getting us the information for both these teams. And there's a look at some of the people that make it all possible in the Gonzales Lassie League. I want to thank Chuck Bro and that whole group for what they do helping us out, getting the information to us so that we can pass it along to you. Bottom of the 5th is up. Got a 2-run ball game now. And the young lady that made the assist on the last play, Kalia Whittaker, is going to lead it off. Good swing by Kalia. Lucretia and Alfred, her parents. Lucretia goes to Gonzales Middle School. She's 11, 6th grade now. Has a dog named Sparkles.
Kyra, deep breath, baby.
Kyra Sorensen still doing the pitching.
I hope you can read our handwriting. I apologize. I didn't get it till the last minute.
So Kalaya. If Zapp's bats too long, they may end up being the time limit in this ball game. We'll see how quickly this inning will go. Kyra throws that pitch behind Kalia. Kalia enjoys fried shrimp. Playing it here in the 5th. Ooh, that ball hit hard. Oh, nice play and throw to first. Not quite in time, but a nice play by Jolie Daigle to stop it. And Kalia just kept on running, ends up at second base. Well, this is going to bring up Toby Lesh, who's had a couple of nice at-bats. Want to mention that Toby enjoys riding horses, playing softball, and showing pigs. Toby has a horse named Blaze, a cat named Strikes, and a dog named Jules. And she hits a bullet. And she's going to be safe at first base. All Jolie could do at shortstop was hold on to it there. Kalia has to stay, so another good at bat for Toby. Runners are at first and second. And here is going to be Cameron Delmore. Cameron's been doing the pitching for Zapps today. Well, this ball hit foul. Boy, Cameron takes her rips. Cameron attends Dutchtown Middle School. Basketball and softball are hobbies. You may see this young lady playing some basketball for the Lady Griffins down the road. Who knows? Cameron enjoys eating cabbage. Don't have that as a favorite food for many of the boys and girls this summer. Cameron's made some nice plays in the circle on defense for Zapps. So Cameron's got two teammates on with nobody out in the inning, and she hits this hard. Ball knocked down, steps on the bag. For another nice play by Catherine. No, that's going to be Allison Williams. Nice play by Allison. They get the lead runner, Kalia. First out of the inning. Toby to second, Cameron over at first. Here is going to be Bailey Kitchens. So Bailey bats. Little line drive gets by the circle. See if they can get the out at third. And they do. Oh, nice play. They'll end up getting Toby at third. Cameron's going to go to second. Bailey safe at first. But good defense again by Athletic Center. And the batter now is going to be Kylie Duplessis. Kylie takes the pitch for a strike. Kylie goes to Duplessis primary. Will be a fifth grader. She's 10. Most of the girls playing in our game today are 10-year-olds. Going to get the 13-year-old age group coming up in our next ball game. Zapp's trying to add to a 2-run lead, but a good job by Athletic Center because the first two runners reached for Zapp's, and so far, still runners at first and second, but now with 2 outs in the inning. And a foul ball. Snow Mountain, A&M Heating and Air are going to play next, 13-year-old game. We split it up today. We normally do the same age group, a doubleheader, but today we got a 10-year-old game and a 13-year-old game out here in the city. And that is going to do it. Well, the 6th inning is next. Can Athletic Center rally? They trail 7-5 on the ETEL Game of the Week.
Watch ESPN brings you 24/7 live streaming access to all of your favorite ESPN networks. Watch anytime, anywhere on your smartphone, tablet, computer, or TV. Watch ESPN has your favorite studio shows, plus thousands of live events from across the country and around the globe.
ESPN, serving sports fans everywhere.
Oh, here we go. Top of the 6th. Zapp scored 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Didn't exactly think that this would end up being this close, but it's a 2-run ball game as we play now in the 6th inning, and it's going to be Macy Hebert leading it off. Macy attends Santa Monica Primary. Lawan and Shawanda, her parents. Macy only 9. She's a 5th grader, and she's going to try to get it started. Still out there pitching is Cameron Delmore. And look at Cameron. She just runs and tags out Macy. We've seen Cameron do that a few times today as she has played well defensively in the circle. So with 1 out, the batter now will be Jolie Daigle. Want to mention again with Jolie, a 4.0 student. She attends Pecan Grove Primary. And Jolie's made some nice plays at shortstop defensively in our ball game. Been a good ball game all the way around. 2 good-looking 10-year-old teams played here today. They both played good defense, put the bat and ball in play. And we've also seen some good pitching from Kyra Sorensen for Athletic Center and Cameron Delmore for Zapps. They pitched well and they played good defense. Seen some nice catches in the outfield. And for the most part, plays that should be made at this level have been made in our ball game today. Another good swing by Jolie. Celeste and Gary are her parents. Mark Sorensen, the head coach for Athletic Center. Paul Lesh, the head coach for Zapps. Zapps with the 2-run lead. Ooh, tough call. Ball came in pretty flat, but called a strike. And the batter now will be Allison Williams. So up to Allison. Team is down to an out. And Allison's going to foul the first pitch off. So Allison will head back to the batter's box. Allison's got an older sister named Anna and a dog named Lucy. Trying to get on for Lucy. Hustles down the line, the long throw. Oh, what about that? How about that as a game ender? Nice play by the shortstop, Macy Holmes. Nice grab by Toby Lesh. And that ought to end up doing it, as Zapps is going to win our ball game by a score of 7-5. That's a look at it again. Put a star by that play. And what a ball game we had, as in our 10-and-under ball game, Zapps defeats Athletic Center 7-5. More softball next. 13-year-olds are going to take over. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week.